Hey, hey, lovelies. It's been quite a minute since I have sat down to have a chat with y'all.
0, 1. Let's get started.
I have been peak busy with everything going on in the world right now. Well, not in the world, yes, in the world, but also in my life, just in general. I look a bit of a mess, but I also look fucking fabulous. So we're gonna be here as we are. I did miss a couple weeks. Okay, I've been in I don't even know how to jump into this episode because I've not been yapping to y'all for so long, and I feel like once I got used to being in front of the camera, I was able to be in front of the camera, but now that I haven't been in front of the camera in a minute, I just kind of feel a little awkward. We need to break the ice, we need to feel each other out. I'm trying to think of let me just give a little recap of everything that I've been up to recently, because oh shit, okay, so the last time I talked to y'all, I was about to go to Hawaii. Been there, done that. Got back a couple days ago. Whenever I posted the last episode, so I guess Saturday, oh my god, okay, there's this fat fucking seagull that is always right outside my window, and I don't know if it's the window magnifying this seagull or it's just a fat seagull, but it's always there, and it's how are you so fucking fat, you sausage? Anyway. Yeah, so I just got back from Hawaii, and I wasn't able to post. I missed a week because I was in Hawaii, and I wasn't able to post the episode because I didn't bring my computer with me, and I thought that I would be able to post it from my iPad, and I was not able to do that, so sorry for lacking in that department. I'm also filming with my back camera for the first time today, which, if you're thinking, Ella, wouldn't it be logical to always film with your back camera because then your quality is going to come out better? Yeah, that is logical, but I wanted to see myself, and now I can't see myself, so now I'm just staring at a camera lens, and that might make things a bit more awkward for me, or I won't even know if it's recording, and this is all going to go to waste, and it's going to be a crazy little nightmare for me. But we're going to pray to every single god and the universe that that will not be the case, and that this will go nice and smoothly for me. I need to take a breath. Ugh. So yes, a little recap. Let me sit pretty, let me not be a gremlin. Hold on. A little recap, though. I was in Hawaii, and I got to visit everyone, see everyone. It was amazing. I've talked about the differences between living in Hawaii and living in New York and just living in Maryland and, being in so many different places, but I don't think I really realized the full effect of living in New York versus living in Hawaii until I went back to visit, because I'm actually doing a project on that now that I'm probably going to post on my podcast too for my project, because it's a project for my mass communications class, but I'm doing it on just unplugging from life essentially, and that's basically what I did while I was in Hawaii. I really wasn't on my phone or anything that much. I was just in the now, and it's really weird to be back in New York and have so many responsibilities and so many things that I need to do and get done. I have a buttload of homework that I have to do. It's also the last month of school, so there's literally 3 weeks left. I'm working, I'm doing school, I'm doing my podcast, and I'm just figuring life out, but I think that I was initially thinking of just pausing on the podcast until I went back for summer, but then my thought with that was that you're always going to be busy, you're always going to have something to do. Just putting it off is an excuse, and it's being lazy, because I do have the time. Means I don't have much time to relax, but there's always time to relax. You can always find time to relax, sort of, kind of, but I don't know. I've just been putting a lot on my shoulders, I guess. Boo-hoo, but I don't know. I think that getting used to podcasting again is so, it's just so complicated to explain to someone that doesn't sit in front of their camera holding a microphone talking to themselves for an hour straight, because I'm not exactly sure what point I'm trying to get across right now. Basically, I've just been really busy, and I was thinking about not doing the podcast for the rest of the month, so I would have more time to focus on other things. But in all honesty, I wouldn't have focused on those other things in the spare time. I just would have given myself lazy time, which is nice, but I don't need it. I need to be productive with my life, and I need to get back on track, which means I have to go to the gym after I film this episode as well, which is so annoying. I don't want to do that, but I'm going to do it because I need to go back to the gym. I was literally in the gym this morning, but I was teaching, so bit different. But okay, back onto the recap. Yes, I was in Hawaii, and when I was there, I like completely unplugged from technology, essentially. Obviously, we're never fully unplugged, but I was more unplugged than I would typically be when I'm in New York or when I'm in Maryland. Mainly New York, just because, you know, school, and also it's New York. Like, I don't know how to explain that any further. It's just you're always on something. And yeah. But it was just really refreshing, and I was living in the now, and I feel like I've gained a new respect for people, and not just like, okay, that sounds kind of ridiculous. I just mean, like, I love watching people. I love people watching. I've always loved people watching. But recently, I've just, like, humans are so cute. I don't know. I was doing this when I was in not Times Square. I was doing this when I was in Central Park the other day, and I was just sitting there, like, watching people. And it's so, like, cutie. That's what I love about New York. Okay. I'm zigzagging like crazy, but in New York, people watching is a bit more fun than people watching in Hawaii. In Hawaii, you're, like, secluded from everyone, mostly. It's just, like, you get to be there in the now, focus on yourself and nature, and you get to watch nature. In New York, you get to people watch. That's what I was looking for. And it was really nice to just be in nature, surrounded by everything calm, and the people that I love, like, some of the people that I love most in this world just around me, and being able to share that with them. I mean, I guess they get to see it all the time every day, but just being there with them just gave me a lot of peace, and it made me feel very centered in myself, and I haven't felt like that in a long time. I think I honestly haven't felt truly like myself since I moved from Hawaii, but I think it was just because there was a roller coaster of things. So going back, really, and I got to go see my old apartment too, and, like, really give it a goodbye, and I think that was very needed. I think that I was very just, like, drawn back into who I was in Hawaii, and I was talking to my best friend about it, and she was saying that I had both my friends out there tell me that I was very different now from when I left, because I was more in a childlike state. That sounds so weird. Not that I'm a child, but just, like, I was more childlike. I've always had a very childlike personality, I think, which is probably why I love hanging out with kids so much. But just, like, I think she meant it in the sense that I didn't dive into myself very much, and I didn't really recognize how my actions had an effect on other people, and I was just kind of, like, ignorant to a lot of things. I think I was a very ignorant person when I moved to Hawaii, and I think that expanded my view on a lot of things in life, and I think that being there now was a very circle. Like, it was very much of a circle, you know? Like, I left, I had my mental breakdowns. I came back, and I was like, it was like an end of a healing cycle, if that makes any sense. Like, I was in this, I mean, life is always lifing, you know, and you're always, like, going crazy, and there's always something happening, but I just feel more at peace. I feel more at peace now with the crazy going on in my life than I did prior to when I got to visit Hawaii again. And I genuinely think that's just because being there gives you an understanding of the world around you. Also, you're on an island, and I swear to God, like, island time, I don't know how to explain it to someone. It's just so, it's so, like, like, you're on an island in the middle of the ocean on a planet that is in the middle of our universe, that's in the middle of the freaking Milky Way, which is, I guess, actually in the middle of our universe. It's just crazy. Like, you're literally on a rock, you know? It's that kind of feeling, but it's, like, intensified. And it just kind of makes every little worry on the mainland just go away, and it makes you be like, oh, it's really not that deep. Like, I'm fine. And I think I've been taking things very personal recently, or just been like, oh, this is so deep. Well, I don't know. I think I've just been a little bit more sensitive recently, and I've had people point that out to me. But I don't know why I've been that sensitive, if that makes any sense. Like, I've just been so, I don't know, I've been sensitized, or no, I don't know what the word is. But I haven't been acting like myself recently, is essentially what I'm trying to get at. But I feel like I've been growing a lot as a person. I've been growing into my new self, but I don't think I could have reached my new self if I didn't go visit Hawaii. And I think there will always be a new self to reach. I hope that this is grasping around someone's mind, because it makes so much sense in my head. But every time, like, I speak out loud, sometimes I'm like, I sound like a crazy, like, insane person, and like, I should be locked up because what is coming out of my mouth, and it doesn't make any sense, and it's just the actual word vomit, but the spinning of things in my brain. I'm gonna pause on that one. But yeah, I think there's this thing that I saw, and it was like, you either go to Hawaii and you never leave, or you go to Hawaii and that is the place where you always heal. And that is very much a thing for me. People ask me all the time if I would ever move back to Hawaii. The answer to that is no, solely because I am a white person. And it's very, like, people that go and buy property there that aren't Hawaiian, even if, like, you never know who could have taken that property, and it's kind of like taking away from the locals there. And it's also just, I feel like I try to be as respectful as anyone else's culture as I can be, but I will still be ignorant to the fact at some point, and I don't want to move there again and be ignorant, because I was ignorant moving there in the first place, and I don't want to make that mistake again. And so if anyone ever says that they're going to move to Hawaii, I will always kind of give them that, what's the word, rundown, I guess. Like, just make sure that you are so respectful of the culture, and that you are going there with the right intentions, instead of going there with the intentions of, oh, let's go live in Hawaii on the beach, because that's kind of the intentions that I did go there with in the first place. And then with the people that I became friends with and everything, I did learn a lot more and addressed the difficult conversations, I guess. But yeah, no, I would never move back there because of that, but I will 100% be visiting there for the rest of my life, because it is such a beautiful island, and oh my gosh, I could rave about Hawaii for the rest of my life. Like, the amount of respect I have for Hawaii in general is just, it's a beautiful place, and it's a beautiful place to go and heal, and that is why I adored that past week so much, because I really did feel like I was healing some part of me the whole time that I was there. And it was just, I felt very blessed. I still feel very blessed. And honestly, the whole time, okay, when I first moved to New York, I was very much like, I miss Hawaii. Like, I miss Hawaii so bad. And then I went to Hawaii for the week, and while I was there, like, obviously I was enjoying my time, and it was amazing, and I had a blast. But at the same time, I was like, oh, I actually miss this about New York. And now that I'm back in New York, I'm like, oh, I love this. Like, I love this about New York. I love this about New York. It's just, it's such a magical place to be. Like, my mom was always telling me about the magic of New York, and for a long time, when I first moved here, I didn't think I could live here long term, and now I really do think I could live here. Not, like, for the rest of my life. I wouldn't raise a family in New York, I don't think. But just, like, I would love to live out my 20s in New York. I think that's kind of where my head's at right now. I also change my mind about everything every single day, so who knows where any of that will go. But, like, as of right now, I absolutely adore being in New York. And I think that it is such a special place for me right now with where I'm at and everything. And I think that as, like, you know, a single gal in her 20s in freaking New York. Not even, I say single because I mean I'm independent. Like, just because, I like to be, like, I don't have any responsibilities over anyone but myself, is what I mean by being single, you know? I guess I don't really have to define that. Just in the sense that, like, I'm not, I don't even need to stick up for myself. Okay, I need to calm down. As a single girl in New York, where I don't have anyone to look out for but myself, and I'm just solely focusing on myself and, like, living every single day for me. I mean, not that you should be living every day for, like, your partner if you're in a relationship, but just, like, I don't know, like, I'm just kind of taking care of myself, you know? And I think that this is the first time in my life that I've ever done that. Like, ever. Which is kind of crazy to me. Because I've always, like, kind of been talking to someone. Like, I've always had someone in my phone, you know? And now I don't have anyone in my phone. I'm just here on this freaking rock. And it's so calming and peaceful. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Basically, I'm just living for myself right now. And that's just kind of how it has been for a minute. And it feels really good. And I feel like I'm growing a lot from that. And I think that with all the chaos that was going on in my life, from leaving Hawaii up until going back to Hawaii, like, just being there and putting my entire life on pause. Like, it really felt like everything just, like, got put on pause. And I just got to, like, breathe for a minute. I feel like I haven't breathed like that in a while. And I was able to just, like, relax and not stress about a single thing and genuinely just be okay. And Nikki's someone who I truly treasure. I mean, all my friends, like, I'm able to talk to, like, how I need to talk to, but Nikki's someone that just really, like, I don't know how to explain it because none of my friends will bullshit me ever, but look, Nikki just, like, gets in there somehow, you know? She really just be testing my brain, and I think we have, like, one shared brain cell, and it just goes back and forth. So when we're with each other and the brain cell is fully functioning, it's just a good time, you know? It's a good conversation. And I think that I needed that for a minute, and we weren't able to because we live 5,000 miles apart. Having a best friend that lives 5,000 miles away from you is a different type of pain. Okay? It's so complicated and confusing, and it makes no sense, and it's so hard, but you guys don't even understand how long I've been putting off filming this episode. I mean, you do because I haven't posted it, but also I'm sure that I am more aware of my podcasts than anyone else. So it's just, I don't know. I think that since coming back from Hawaii, I haven't been able to get back into, like, the fully functioning life of New York. So I've been going to work, and I've been doing some of my schoolwork, and that's pretty much been all that I've been doing. And it's good, but I feel so, like, unproductive. Like, I need to do this. I need to film my podcast because this is what I want to do, and I need to go to the gym, and I need to do my homework, and I need to, you know, put myself on the schedule, all the things. Well, I'm on my schedule, but I just need to get back on my grind, and I've kind of been out on my grind. But this is what I was talking about in one of the episodes, like, my cycles, where I'm just kind of, like, I, like, lose motivation for anything. And it's not even that I'm losing motivation, it's just that, like, I lose the capacity to, what am I trying to say? Hold on, let me turn this light on. Wow, that might have just made this better. I just realized it's like 7 p.m. Oh, it's 7:13 p.m. and the sun is about to go down, so hopefully that lighting fix helped something. Not sure what, but praying for it. I think just being a girl is so hard, but I think that everyone has it hard. I think being a guy is probably difficult too, in your own way. But what's difficult about being a girl, at least for me, is being able to hold my own power. Like, I feel like there's a lot of incidents in my life where I haven't been able to stand up for myself or stand in myself. That sounds wrong. I just mean, like, there have been a lot of times where I have let people walk all over me, and that goes for girls and guys. Like, it's never, like, I just don't always put myself in my best interest. Instead of that, I will put myself in whatever interest of the person that I'm trying to please goes. So I'm a bit of a people pleaser, but I feel like recently I have been learning how to just, like, stand up for myself and kind of really be my own person instead of following in whatever footsteps of the person that I'm idolizing in that moment, if that makes sense. Not that I'm, like, idolizing someone like I'm a crazy obsessive person, but, like, that makes me sound horrifying. But, like, I don't know, everyone idolizes someone. Everyone has, like, that person in your life, whether that's your best friend. They could be healthy to you or not healthy to you, but either way, you should never base your actions off of what somebody else is doing. I mean, in some ways, sure, maybe, but, like, you should know whether your morals are good or bad. They should be your morals, and you should be able to stand in them. I'm not saying that if your morals go for killing someone to go do that, but, like, if your morals, like, your morals are your morals, and if you're only following someone else because that's what you think you're supposed to be doing, it's not going to benefit you in any way, shape, or form. Even if, like, if you, how do I put this into a logical sense? Like, your morals are your morals, you know? Like, that's what makes you you, and following someone else's and taking someone else's opinion and making that your own is solely, like, you're just trying to become someone else instead of actually embracing what you believe and what you think. Like, if what you believe is something that's technically morally wrong, okay, like, do your thing, but those are your morals, so to you it's morally right, and that's just framing you as a person. That could make you a bad person, potentially, but it's still you being yourself, and it's you allowing yourself to be yourself. That could get taken in the wrong direction so easily. I just mean, like, also the complete opposite. You shouldn't be copying someone else's morals if they're bad. And I think I used to do that a lot, to be honest. Like, I would idolize, I don't want to say idolize because that makes me sound like a freak. I would, like, just see people and I would want to be like them because of whatever reason, and then if they had morals that just didn't align with mine, I would kind of let my morals slide to the side so that they would like me, because I thought that if they knew me for who I was, then I wouldn't. You should never, it same goes with, like, your clothes shouldn't fit you, you should fit your clothes, that type of thing. Like, you shouldn't fit your friends should fit you. That also sounds wrong. I just mean, like, you shouldn't be changing yourself to attract the people that you want around you. You should be embracing yourself so the people that you want to attract will be attracted to you, whether that's friends, relationships, spouses, mentors, whatever. Like, whoever is going to enter your life will enter your life as you become attracted to yourself and as you learn to attract the energy that you want to attract into your life. I think that took me a while to realize too, because I was always trying to, like, impress other people, or, you know, like, I would see someone that I wanted to be friends with and I would cater myself to their needs, and I would become the friend that they wanted to have instead of seeing if they even wanted to be the type of friend that I wanted to have, you know? And I think every single person does that. I actually don't think I know a person that doesn't do that. I feel like that's so normal. I think that that's what I meant when I said, like, 2024 was my year of cutting people off. Like, I really did start paying attention to those whose needs I was catering versus who I was protecting, who was protecting me and who I was fully myself around. Because there are a lot of people that I was friends with where I wasn't letting myself be 100% myself because I didn't want to offend them in some type of way. If you think that being yourself is offending someone else, then they're not meant to be in your life. Like, it goes both ways, you know? Like, there are people that I've kicked out of my life because they've probably felt offended for how they were acting in my life, and I was the person that was taking offense to whatever they're doing, and so they needed to, like, get rid of me. I'm sure that there are, like, people in my life, especially, like, in high school, I'm sure that there were people in my life that didn't want me in their life or didn't like me, and that's fine. Like, you know, growing up it's a part of learning to embrace the people that want you in their life and being okay with the people that don't. And it sucks, but it's life, you know? Like, it's really hard to embrace the fact that someone's not going to like you, or embrace the fact that there are people out there that won't like you, and you're not going to understand why. You won't know. Maybe you do know, but, like, I feel like I've recently very much come to peace with the fact that, you know, there's people that don't like me, and that's okay. I don't know. I can't really... I feel like... This is going to sound so egotistical. I tend to be a pretty likable person. I can get along with a lot of people. Like, I can get along with anyone, honestly. So, like, if you don't like me, I feel like there's a reason for you to not like me, and I just have learned to be okay with that. Like, you came up with your own reason. There's something in for you that shows that, like, we can't be friends, and that's fine. I have met many people where I will talk to them for a minute, think they're cool, and the next time I talk to them, I'm like, maybe not, and then I stop talking to them, you know? It goes both ways. I'm sure that I'm just not someone's cup of tea, and you have to learn to be able to come to peace with that, because it sucks coming to peace with it. It is really weird, but that'll take you from being the ultimate people pleaser to learning how to please yourself, and that is the most important thing in life, is to please yourself, you know? I really hope this episode is good and that I'm able to get something out of it, and I hope that I looked at the camera long enough, and I hope I don't look like an absolute dweeb, because I can't see myself, so we're just here. I have to go to the gym. I'm gonna shoot myself, but I have to go to the gym and take care of myself. Take care of yourself, guys. It's important, and you need to, and you will love life even more after you do. But this will be a short episode. I hope that you all enjoyed watching it, and I hope the audio is better on this one. The audio has been so weird recently, and I think I just need to hold the microphone, but I always trip out because I don't want to end it or whatever. I'm sending you all the love and all of the wishes, and please ignore my nail that broke off. We don't need to talk about her. I want to take a nap, but I'm gonna go to the gym because we are taking care of ourselves. Love you, bye.